What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Bad Batch episode reaction and breakdown. This week it is episode 12. Last week we saw Hera, Elena and Champs and Dula, Chopper, Orn Free Ta, Imperial Propaganda on Ryloth. And just to clarify a few things about Orn Free Ta, just in case you were wondering, or in case you were scared that canon no longer mattered. They arrested Champs and Dula for an attempted assassination, and you don't do that if the assassination was successful. So hashtag Orn Free Ta lives. We also got to see a friendship form between Hera and Omega, and I'm just dying for future media to give me a moment where Omega and Hera become friends and they start hanging out. Let's get to the episode. Rescue on Ryloth. So we're still on Ryloth, okay. Rampart, Hauser, what's going on in that mine?
Can be out there.
Hauser doesn't look like your typical good soldiers follow orders.
That blast didn't come from Cham or his fighters.
Is something wrong with Hauser's chip?
Me.
Yo, something wrong with my boy Hauser's chip. Definitely not acting like, you know, he's being inhibited right now. I just love seeing Chopper and Hera. Immediately makes this show that much better.
Don't worry, we're defective too.
We are receiving a recorded transmission, but I do not recognize
that hit
this
hard.
frequency.
You're not defective, Omega.
Omega, it's Hera. You heard her. She needs us.
Omega.
Why not? Isn't that what soldiers do?
Hunter's like, oh god damn it. Why does the logic have to work out on that? Okay, so it's official. The Bad Batch are on Ryloth now, and so is Crosshair. This is where paths intertwine.
Get them out, please.
Gosh, this changes my whole perspective of Rebels, man. Knowing Hera and Omega are friends.
And he will make a full recovery.
Mm-hmm. There you have it, folks. He's not dead. Canon can still continue.
Crosshair's here.
Oh my god.
Just what we need.
Good job, good job.
Come on.
Don't do it, Crosshair. Fight it. Fight that thing.
Bite that thing. Bite it. Grab it. Pull on it. You almost got it. That's it.
Then they will be arrested too.
I feel like Hauser, his chip just malfunctioned.
Clone Force 99 is on Ryloth.
I don't think he's up for it either. I think Hauser's gonna play a part in redeeming Crosshair.
I do.
Chopper just like mirrored my expression. He's acting very strange for someone who supposedly has an active chip in their head.
And disable the cannons.
Wow, this is the start of Rebel Hera. She's just,
All right.
you
two
know,
go with Chopper as backup.
handling
But
all
at
of the
a
plans.
distance. I guess we'll follow your lead.
Yeah. This was Hera's first mission as Rebel Hera. I wonder what the foil is going to be to their plan. It's most likely going to be Crosshair, right? Crosshair anticipates this. Or not. I don't know if Crosshair would be able to anticipate Hera. Probably be able to anticipate the Bad Batch if they were making the plans. So this is interesting. What?
It won't work.
Oh,
Yeah?
snap.
Well, come on.
Hera's first mission and first flight?
I won't tell if you won't.
Hey, it's easier to ask for forgiveness than for permission.
Here we go.
Oh no. Come on, Hera. You can do better. It's no coincidence that this shuttle bears a striking resemblance to the shuttle from the Ghost. Yo, this cinematography, man. It's almost like a movie. Each and every week. Oh, here we go.
The Admiral said to protect the refinery.
I knew Crosshair was gonna anticipate it. And Hauser knows. Oh, there's gonna be a duel between Crosshair and Hauser.
There's still time.
Now I'm just wondering how he thought through his programming and if it can help Crosshair.
Who will stand with me?
This music, though. I'm standing with Hauser. Hashtag stand with Hauser. But I feel like Crosshair is gonna shoot him though.
Arrest those traitors.
Well, I guess not. Come on, Crosshair. What's wrong with you?
For now. But I'm sure I'll see you around. And keep an eye on your brothers.
When? When can we see you guys seeing each other around? Certainly doesn't happen in Rebels. I want to see that. Crosshair. Oh. Well, it was great to see Hera again. The Bad Batch went into Ryloth, went into the Hornet's Nest to save her parents, and we got a lot of great looks into the start of Rebel Hera. Planning out missions, taking her first flight, just overall finding her voice when it comes to fighting for what she believes in and fighting for a cause. And at the very end there, when she's like, I'll see you around to Omega, I'm like, when? When do you guys see each other around? I haven't seen it. It doesn't happen in Rebels. I would love to see that moment where you guys actually see each other around. And then also this leads me down a really, really sad road where Omega is not around for Hera to see. But wipe that from your head because I don't want to make anybody sad. It's interesting to see Hauser showing some empathy and thinking for himself, and then that speech he gave to his squad that inspired other soldiers to lay down their arms. It's making me think that perhaps the inhibitor chips have some kind of shelf life, or they lose their effectiveness over a long period of time. Of course, Crosshair wouldn't be affected by this because he's probably getting his chip amplified daily. Orn Frita is alive. It was an attempted assassination, staged. So y'all can rest easy, canon can go on like it should. Lords of the Sith is not retconned. I really enjoyed this episode. This kind of gave a through line for Hera to join the rebellion, go on to Rebels, and lead the Ghost Crew. It showed her fiery, independent spirit, her ingenuity, her ability to think on her feet, and of course the start of her flight career. But now things are coming to a head for the Bad Batch. They did get away this time, but Crosshair was on the verge of catching them. Without Hauser's help, the Bad Batch would have been caught. And so now, Crosshair has carte blanche to go hunt them down. And this is going to be very interesting to see, but it also makes it easier for them to redeem Crosshair. If he's out there chasing them down and not at Camino getting his chip amplified, they could give him some bonks on the head, tie him down, remove his chip, do anything really. As far as predictions for next week, your guess is as good as mine. But of course, here's your weekly dose of I think Quinlan Voss will show up. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, I do believe we're getting closer and closer to seeing a conclusion to Crosshair's story. He's gonna go hunting for the Bad Batch, and the Bad Batch are gonna respond. We're going to see a showdown between the Bad Batch and Crosshair, and one prediction I'll levy towards the next few episodes is that Rex will make a return. And not for cameo purposes, I think that Rex is going to have to return to help them remove Crosshair's chip. There's one thing I want to address before we wrap this video up. I realized recently there was a lot of cynicism going around about the Bad Batch, and cynicism from friends of this channel. So I do kind of want to chime in and alleviate those concerns. This is why new shows, new characters, new stories, and new IPs are so important. Because whether we like it or not, this is going to be a cameo of the week show. Anything that happens within the lens of Order 66, the prequels, the originals, the sequels, they're all going to have characters that narratively make sense, that narratively exist in those times. And so when we're dealing with stories within those time periods, we are going to get cameos. So I don't really blame Bad Batch for having Hera there. I don't blame Bad Batch for having Cad Bane. I don't blame Bad Batch for having any cameos that make narrative sense. And I'll reiterate, this is why new stories and new characters are important. The High Republic, for example, is filled to the brim with new characters and new stories and new backstories. And then we have passing mentions of names that we know, cameos by long-lived people like Yoda, but again, everything making narrative sense. So I just wanted to get that out there. I know it feels like a cameo of the week show, but it is what it is. It's Bad Batch. It's right after Order 66. This is the time where everyone is still around. But yeah, that'll do it for my reaction and breakdown of episode 12, Rescue on Ryloth. A huge shout out to our Squadron 7 pilots. We have St. Pat, Arya L in the X-Wing, Car2D2 on the TIE Fighters, Grandmaster Bale, Harith Productions in DePaul, holding down the Super Star Destroyer fleet, Nerd Connor in his U-Wing, Levi Bond in the TIE Interceptor, Masa in his Y-Wing, X-Core Gamer Skills in his A-Wing, Cal 4 in his VCX 1000 or Ghost, Brian with the beard, Brian with the bread, Brian with the bread beard, Brian with the beard bread in Boba Fett Starship aka Slave 1, and Darth Choco Choco in his Jedi Vector, and then we've got our reserve pilots, Johnsky, Julia Christine, and Gray. Join Squadron 7 today, support me, support my channel, support my content, get custom emojis, custom channel badges, monthly watch-alongs, and of course, your very own starship from the Squadron 7 hangar. But that's the end. On to the next one. For Light and Life, we are all the Republic, and may the Force be with you.